Hello my students, today we will talk about a very important tense, which is the simple past tense. We will talk about the meaning, use, form or structure, and some exercises. First of all, we will talk about the meaning and use. When do we use the past simple tense? When do we use it, okay? This is our question. The answer is we use the simple past tense to express the idea that an action started and finished at a specific time in the past, or completed actions in the past which follow each other in a narrative. When I say in 1980, it means something happened in a specific time in the past. So these are the key words of the past simple tense. When we use in plus year in the past, or on also plus date in the past. The second word is yesterday. When we talk about something happened yesterday, we should use the past simple tense. The word ago. And I want to tell you that ago should come after a period of time. When I say 5 days ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 hours ago, and so on. And the word last. Some students say, teacher, last month is a key word of the past simple. No, I want to tell you that the word last, only last. And we can use many things after last. We can say last year, last month, last week, last holiday, last Friday, last weekend, last summer, anything. So the keyword is last, okay? We will have some examples. The first one, I met Mona yesterday. I met, look at met. Is it infinitive form? No, it's past. I met Mona yesterday. Concentrate on the word yesterday. Last Friday, the students took their spelling and vocabulary tests. Last Friday, last is a key word of the past simple. We can say the students took their spelling and vocabulary tests last Friday. So we can write it at the beginning of the sentence or at the end. Also yesterday, we can say yesterday I met Mona, or I met Mona yesterday. They got married 2 years ago. Here we have the word ago, and I told you before that it should come after a period of time. Okay? These actions are over finished. I mean, they finished in the past. How do we form the simple past tense? I mean, what is the formation? Okay? English has 2 types of verbs. I know that you know both of them. Okay? Some of them we call regular verbs, and now I will explain what do I mean by it. And irregular verbs. Regular and irregular. Irregular. IR at the beginning. It gives me the opposite. Irregular. Look at the following list of past tense verbs. Which verbs are regular and which are irregular. I will give you a list of verbs, and I want you to guess what are regular and what are irregular. Taught. Taught. The first one is taught. Taught is the past of the verb. Very good. Teach. The verb walked. Walked. Walk. Very good. Studied. Studied. The past of study. Yeah. Gave. Gave. The past of give. Became. The past of become. Cried. The past of cry. Lived. The past of live. And did the past of do and does. Okay? Type. Now we will look at the first one. Taught. It was teach, taught. Teach, taught. There is a big difference between both of the verbs. So I mean the forms of the verbs. So we call it irregular verb. Walked. We call it regular verb. You know why? Because it ended with ed. We just add ed to the verb. Okay? Studied ended with, very good, ed. So it's regular or irregular? Excellent, regular. What about gave? Yeah, you got it. Irregular. Became, also regular. Cried, regular. Lived, no, it's not irregular. It's, yeah, very good, regular. And did, the last one is irregular. Well done. What regular verbs are verbs that? What are the regular verbs? Regular verbs are verbs that, when I say walk, walked, cry, cried, watch, watched, you will see that the verb in the past form ended with ed. So the regular verbs are verbs that end with ed. We have past tense and simple form. Okay, simple form is walk, study, cry, live. Okay, walk is in the present simple. Okay, I mean the first form. If you want it to be in the past tense, I mean the second form, we add only ed. So we call it regular verb. Okay, study. What happened to study? Okay, here it's ended with y, but here I. And then we add ed. Why? As you know, if y comes after a consonant, we change it into I. Very good. The same with cry. We change y into I. Why? Because of R. R is a consonant. So, and then we add ed. What about live? Live. Oh, what about e? Okay, we have ed. So why we have to add another e? It will be liveed. No, liveed. That's correct. Irregular verbs are verbs that do not end with ed. Okay, so irregular verbs are verbs that don't end with ed. Another form. Some irregular verbs have a vowel change in the past tense. Like what? Some examples. We have the simple form here and we have the past tense. Okay? Become. Yeah, it changed into be. Became. Also the verb come. Came. Become. Became. Okay, another one. Give. Gave. I changed it into a. Very good. Drive. I became o. Drove. Drove. Okay. Forget. E. Change it into o. So it's forgot. Forgot. Okay. Okay, we have other irregular verbs have different kind of a change. Okay, we talked about the change in the vowel. Okay, and some examples now. Past simple. Teach in the present. Change it. So many letters are changed here. Teach, T-E-A-C-H. Taught, T-A-U-G-H-T. Difference. Bring. It changed into brought. So bring becomes brought. Okay. Leave in the present. Okay. Leave in the present. In the past, left. This verb we will call it leave. Okay. Leave, not live. Leave. So the past is left. Different one. Okay. Hear, heard. Okay. Buy, bought. Celia bought a new computer last weekend. Celia bought a new computer last weekend. Okay? Okay, some irregular verbs do not change at all. So the present form, the same as past simple, the same as past participle. The three forms. So here, hit, the same. What also? I heard one of you say, put, very good. Yeah, put, what else? Do you know? Very good. Sit, excellent. When I say the children sit at the table every Sunday, when I say every Sunday, it's a present simple. Okay? So this is the first form of the verb sit. When I say the children sat at the table last night, it's past because of last. Very good. I wish you do the same. For regular verbs, simply use what? We use what? Yeah. We use the ed form of the verb in a positive sentence. Like what? When I say these sentences, I want you to put them in the past simple, okay? When I was a child, I played the piano. Who can tell me why here we add just ed and we didn't change y? Very good, because the letter before y is vowel, so we shouldn't change y, or we mustn't change y. We have to add ed only. So when I was a child, I played the piano. So Yusuf visit Paris, and I want you to use the past. Visit, the past is visited. Okay? Eiffel Tower. For irregular verbs, use the correct past tense form in positive sentence with the same form with different subjects. Okay? I mean, in the present simple, we add s or es or is for singular pronouns, but in the past simple, all the subject pronouns have the same form of the verb. Okay, the second form of the verb. Unfortunately, these forms must be memorized because there isn't any specific rule to follow. You have to memorize it. Last week, you a letter. Last week, you a letter. I want you to use send, okay? The students, an English exam. I want you to use have in the past form. They, a great job. I want you to use do in the past form. What about the first one? Last week, very good. Sent. Look at the difference between both of them. In the present, send, in the past, sent. Okay? They must be memorized. The students had. The past of have is had, and also the past of has is had also. Okay? They did a great job. The past of do is very good. For negative sentence, if I wanted to make a sentence in the negative form, we use did not or didn't. Okay? If it's written didn't, don't say did not. If it's written did not, don't say didn't. You have to read it as it is. Did not or didn't. Plus the verb base form or the infinitive form of the verb. Okay? I went to work yesterday. I went to work yesterday. Okay? I went to work yesterday. Went is the past. This sentence is affirmative sentence. I wanted to put it in a negative form. How come? The verb went is in the second form. Instead of went, I will use didn't, and change went to the infinitive form of it, which is go. Went will be go. So I didn't go to work yesterday. I didn't go to work yesterday. Maybe I was sick. We have exception here. The exception is verb to be. The verb is special. This verb is special. Never use did not or didn't with the verb be. Instead, just use was or were plus not, simply. Okay? So wasn't or weren't. Okay? For yes or no question, we use did plus subject or subject to pronoun plus the infinitive form of the verb or verb base form. Did you go to work yesterday? We use yesterday, okay? So we should use went, but it's a question here. And with the question, we use did. With did or didn't, we should use the infinitive form of the verb. So we used go, not went, okay? Did you come yesterday? Did you come yesterday? If we don't have did, so you came yesterday. You came, the second form of the verb. But when we ask using did, so we have to change the verb into the infinitive form of it. It becomes come. So did you come yesterday? Here are some very simple exercises. Put the verbs between brackets into the correct form. Okay? Last year, it's a key word of the past simple. I spend. Spend is infinitive, okay? My holiday in Ireland. It be great. Be. I mean, it's verb to be, okay? I travel around the city by car with 2 friends and we visit also here, lots of interesting places. In the evenings, we usually go to a cafe. So, who will start with me? Yeah? Last year. So, the verb spend should be in the second form, which is, we have some other. We be also. Very lucky with the weather. It not rain. Here we have negative. Concentrate. A lot. We see some beautiful rainbows. Okay? I have an amazing holiday. Yes. Spend, spent, spent. Okay? Okay, what about be? It be. Be in the past is was or were. Very good. So it, take was or were. Guess what? Guess what? Yeah, very good, was. It was great. What about travel? Is it regular or irregular verbs? Yeah, it's regular. Ended with ed, but we doubled the last letter because before the last letter is vowel. So traveled around the city by car with 2 friends and we visit. Yeah, visited. Very good. Ed. Okay, lots of interesting places in the evenings. We usually go, huh? Yeah, you know it, went. Very good. We be also here. Here, it with be becomes was. We with be becomes were. Very good because it's plural. Very good. Very lucky with the weather. It not rain. Who can tell me? I want a negative sentence here. Yeah, I know you remember that. We make the negative form using didn't, but we will it be rain or rained? Let me see. Didn't rain. Why rain? Because didn't should followed by what? Very good, infinitive form. What about see? We see. Who knows? See. Yeah, so very good. And the last one have had. Excellent, my dear students. I wish you get benefit from my lesson today. Hope you do well next time, inshallah. Goodbye. This is your teacher, Rabab Hilal. عشان تيجي بدل ما تقطع وتنيم.
عادي يا ماما، ده في ثانية يا ماما.